just wanted to go ahead and make a, I'm gonna say quick little video, but we know how I am, stop talking sometimes. So that's why I'm putting this on YouTube. It's for those of you that are really invested at this point. That's the elephant in the room, man. A lot of people are concerned about me, and it's okay to be concerned about somebody. The fact of the matter is, I went through some tough times, dude, since all the way back since my mother's passing in 2016. I remember the day I went there and me and my father, and this was the second time bringing my mother to the hospital for cancer, and this time was a little different. Doctor comes out, and he says, hey, they thought they beat it the first time. They didn't. Her cancer spread and spread to her whole body. Mind, brain, lungs, like you name it. Like the cancer took over my mother's body. It's sad to think about. And that time, we're at the hospital. They're like, we're just gonna be honest with the two of you. It was me and my father there because it worked out for our schedules at the time. And they said we're gonna be admitting her into the hospice this time. For those of you that don't know what a hospice is, in plain terms, a hospital is where sick people go to get better. And a hospice is where sick people go to enjoy the last moments of their life a little more comfortably. And that's what happened back in summer of 16. I was working 2 jobs. One of them was a summer gig, so I was gonna, that was about to end anyway. I had to make a decision, quit the second job and go spend a little bit of time with my mom and dad while my mom was literally on her deathbed. And the people there at the hospice and Crown Point were, there was an amazing staff. I don't recall the name of it, but phenomenal hospitality. And that's what it really was. Is, they showed us true hospitality since day one that we came in. Was it tough on me? Yeah. I was losing my mother. But I had to open my eyes in a sense and realize as tough as it was on me and as tough as it was on my brother, sister, whoever, my father was losing his wife. And that's tough. He did everything he could to provide for her and more. To provide for her and her children. I'm not saying I became the man of the family that day because I didn't. It was a 22-year-old kid, no money in his pocket, but it was kind of that moment. Like I had to take the driver's seat in terms of dealing with my mother's passing. We're in this hospital. My dad is naturally, understandably bawling his eyes out, and it's probably the first time, at least for me as an adult, seeing my father cry. And I remember talking to the doctor. He's like, you're taking this very well. So you're taking this very well for someone who's, I was like, listen, doc, this didn't happen overnight. Like you said, my mother, I went through it a year ago when we first brought her in for cancer, and we thought we beat it. We didn't. It's tough, and I don't know anything about cancer, but I had to be there for my dad. I had to be there for my mother, and for everyone else in my family and her family, and my dad. My dad was a great person. When I say my father was the most caring man I've ever met, quite frankly, ever will meet, he didn't leave my mother's bedside. My father held her hand or was singing to her or telling her these stories, and for the whole 2 weeks she was in the hospice, and she was in a vegetable state this whole second week. She couldn't really move her head or open her eyes, and it was tough, dude. I was like, oh my, how is my dad just sitting there holding her hand when she's in this vegetable-like state, if you will? And he said something I'll never forget. He's like, son, I know feels like your mother's not here with us today. And, he's like, I feel like, in a sense, she knows we're here. In a sense, she knows we're here. And it was, so August 8th, 2016, approximately 3 a.m., I get this text message from my father. Naturally, I'm up, let's be honest. And I don't have the text message anymore because I don't have that phone anymore. And I remember the text, and it was something along the lines of, hey, son, I know you're probably asleep right now. He's like, I don't mean to wake you. He's like, I just thought I'd text you, let you know that your mother peacefully passed away in her sleep moments ago. And he's like, I know this is tough to read, and he's like, you don't have to call or text me today. He's like, he said I need some time to rest, and that's what he did. He spent every moment of the last 2 weeks of my mother's life by her bedside, and it's one of the most noble things I've ever seen. And I got to witness that. And my mother's death was hard, man. Thinking about my father's death is, one, it's been less time. It's been about 2.5 years now I'm making this video, and the thing about my father's death is, it wasn't. It was sudden. It was June 10th, 2022. I had just bought this house, and I thought I was doing things right. And I was putting up curtains. I was literally still putting up my curtains, and I had the curtain rods up for all but one window I wanted to put a curtain up, and it was that giant window in the front of my house, and this thing's like 12 feet wide, and I had these curtain rods, and I didn't even have a power drill. I put these things up with a screwdriver and brute force. But I had this one last one left, man. I was trying to hang it up on myself. I was trying so hard. It was a 12-foot window. It's a giant curtain rod I'm trying to put up by myself with a screwdriver. Looking back, what do you, you're doing too much, man. You can ask somebody for help. So I asked my dad, hey, man, you got a drill I can use? And the guy had 4 drills. He had a drill. He's like, yeah, son, what's up? I was like, I got this last curtain I'm trying to put up in my window. And I was like, I'm just trying to do it by myself, and it's too big. It's too awkward. Could I have done it? Yeah. But at that point, I'd put up 12 other curtains and curtain rods. I was like, all right, I don't need to do this one by myself. So it was June 10th, 2022. Dad comes over, brings his drill. And I'll show you the window here. And, so we're in this window. Mind you, the standing height's not even enough for me to stand in it. We're halfway standing in this window, and my dad fell out. I laugh. He didn't fall out of the window outside. He fell in, and not a big fall. Sitting down, it was a couple feet. And 69 years young, man. This dude, this is my dad. He did this barrel roll and got right back up. 69 years young. Fell out of the window. I shouldn't laugh, but I am, and I can, because it's the past. And yeah, my dad fell out of this window, helping me put up this curtain rod, the last curtain rod in the house. And we had a great time. He came over, and I made him dinner, and he probably brought me a gift of some sort. Helped me put up this, curtain rod was a gift of its own. The last moments I had with them, and yeah, lost both my parents at a relatively young age, and that was the past. The present is that, they're gone today, in the physical sense, and doesn't mean they're not with us in another sense. I can't, continue to do what I have to do to take care of myself, and, in a sense of that, I'm taking care of them, so I'm going to keep this video at 10 minutes, because, this boy don't shut up sometimes, whatever. So, thanks for tuning in. Hope you found something valuable. Love you. Take care of yourselves. Bye.